Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here in the community as always from the week-to-week basis. Today, I have a special treat and special guest for you. This is Michael. Michael is somebody very dear in my life. He and his wife has been my mentor since the day back in high school, right? So we've been in each other's life for the past 27 years. And this is someone who I trust, respect, and I go to for wisdom from time to time. And if he talks to you, he said, oh, he's gray hair because of this one. so, uh, so Michael is visiting from the Big Island here, so I want to take this opportunity to tap into his wisdom. And I asked him, would you like to do a video with me on the topic that recently one of you asked me to make, is how to create, nurture, and maintain a relationship. And I think Michael is a perfect person for it because I've been in a relationship with him for 27 years. He married his wife for how many years?
36 years now.
36 years, and in their lifetime, they have impacted thousands of students and maintained numerous of great quality relationships. So I am privileged and honored to have Michael here to share his perspective with you on how to create, maintain, and nurture an amazing relationship. Here, Michael, the floor is yours.
It's a pleasure to be with Hang as always, and it's a pleasure to be with you. And I feel privileged that Hang is sharing me with you. As Hang mentioned, my wife and I have been married for 36 years. And the most important thing that we have found in our relationship is the ability to be open in communication with one another. We've lived in a lot of different countries, we've lived in a lot of different environments, and in our business we worked with thousands of kids from all over the world. And so there's a lot of stressors that can enter into a relationship. And you have to be able to openly and honestly discuss those stressors, one to the other and vice versa. And we've done that. And because of that open relationship, our foundation as a couple has grown stronger and stronger over the years. And I know about the importance of that because Tina is my second wife. The first marriage lasted 13 years and there was no open communication, fault of myself and my former wife. So when Tina and I did get together, we both knew the importance of having an open and honest communication channel one with the other.
And so what I'm hearing is the most critical game changing is to be able to have open communications and honesty. Is that correct?
Correct.
So, last week I had a conversation with a very dear friend, and we were talking about nurturing a relationship is like nurturing a beautiful flower. It's important to have the right amount of sun and the right amount of water, the right amount of love, and not to overdo it and not to underdo it. So it's a sense of balance. Can you share your perspective on that?
Sure. To take your metaphor a little further, your plant may need water and it may need fertilizer, but you may not be able to get the water and the fertilizer to the plant exactly at that moment. The important thing is that you do get it to the plant during its lifetime. And in the case of my wife and I, we've lived in other countries, as I mentioned earlier. One time we were living in one place and I was ready to move from there. My wife wasn't. It was her first time living in the United States. And so we discussed it and I made a concession and we lived there for another 2 years. Then my wife reached a point where she said, no, I'm ready for us to move on. Then we moved to Taiwan and we were there for almost 3 years. And during that period of time, my wife said that, no, I'm not really happy here in Taiwan. But we were there another 1.5 years longer because it was still nurturing my needs, not so much hers, but we were aware of the needs of one another. And we made the concession to accommodate the needs of the other as well.
So what I'm getting is open communications, honesty, and balance nurturing the need at the same time understanding that you may not be able to do it as the plan wanted and do it in the lifetime where the time is relevant, because there's a lot of things in life you don't have control over.
Exactly.
Right. To respect that and give it space.
You need things, but you may not be able to get what it is that you need at that exact moment.
Yeah. So be flexible with the spaciousness of it. And one of the things, because the people who are watching this are wholehearted warrior and they know about these things. And this is, I hope, to inspire and to remind to do practical things. So if there's one thing that you can encourage the viewer to do, to implement this week, what would it be in the context of nurturing, create, and maintain a beautiful relationship?
One word, and that one word just jumped right out to me when you started asking that question, Hang. Yeah. Communication is very important, but along with that, you have to have patience.
There you have it, patience. And how would we practice patience, Michael? I could use that for myself.
And we all can.
Is there like a practical thing that they can remind themselves to be patient? Because in theory it makes sense, but like, what is the practical things?
You just need to deep breathe sometimes and live in the moment. Live in the now.
Living in the now, my friend. So to cap this up, be patient, create space for honesty and communications, and create space for time to work out to give the need as a relevant time and not force it and not push it. At least that's my interpretations. Is there anything else you would like to add, Michael?
No. I hope you have a good day.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in with us. As always, we want to wrap this up with you feeling that you've got love today, not from only me, but from both of us, from Oahu, Hawaii.
Aloha.
Aloha.